I'm here today to talk about the causes of bad technique. In my work with weight trainees over the past 35 odd years, I've isolated only 3 causes of incorrect technique for any given lifting skill. You don't understand what correct technique is. So you have sufficient physical attributes to perform the skill, but not the necessary cognitive understanding. You lack the mobility for the skill in question. In the gym, sometimes people understand how to arch their lower back during a squat, but the hip structure doesn't allow an arched lumbar spine during a deep squat. This is a problem without a solution. But if it's short muscles and/or connective tissue that prevents proper technique, you can work on lengthening those tissues until proper form is possible. You're not strong enough to use correct technique. If you have bad technique using a heavy weight, but good technique with a lightweight, you understand and have adequate mobility to correctly perform the lift in question. So what's the solution? Get stronger. There are some stages of technique acquisition. Okay, so I categorize technique acquisition into 3 successive categories. Incompetent, so you don't understand how to perform the movement correctly. The errors you make are unrelated to how much weight you're using. Unstable, as long as the weight you're lifting is well within your abilities, you look great. Once the weight becomes too challenging, however, your technique falls apart. For example, if you're trying to bench a challenging weight, you don't take the bar right down to the chest, you lift your butt off the seat or the bench, and you use your leg drive, etc. Stable, your technique always looks the same regardless of how much weight is on the bar. If you try to bench more weight than you can handle, you simply miss the rep. A few thoughts on this schema. Having stable technique is only beneficial if it's stable, good technique. If you stabilize poor technique, it'll be a bugger of a job to relearn it. For lifters at the first 2 levels, as you pursue ever increasing challenges, whether it's more weight on the bar, more reps, etc., there's an inevitable tendency for your otherwise good technique to go downhill. Sometimes this is okay, such as cutting your range of motion a bit on, say, the depth of the squat, and sometimes it's not, such as rounding your lower back on a heavy deadlift. Either way, if you hit a new lifting PB, but did so with what I call dodgy McDodge technique, dial it back a notch or 2 and do what I call a consolidation cycle, which simply means take a month or so to hit that PB with form that you're really happy with. The stages of learning. This is a useful way to conceptualize the process of attaining mastery. We all want that in the gym. I have used it with respect to nutrition as well. And you may have heard this before. Unconscious incompetence. You suck, but you don't know it. Then you've got conscious incompetence. You still suck, but now you know it. Someone has called you out or you videoed yourself and you can actually see some lifting issues. This stage must occur before meaningful change can take place. Then you've got conscious competence. So now you're capable of correct technique, but it takes a lot of mental horsepower and your form is still unstable. And then finally, the holy grail, unconscious competence. And this is the mastery level. Your technical skills are so refined, so deeply entrenched, you actually find it difficult to do them incorrectly. When someone asks you how to do the skill in question, you struggle because it's been such a long time since you've given it any thought.